All right, so in this video, I'm going to talk about kind of like wrist angles. Wrist angles are essential in golf. Like some of the best players in the world who have very good short games and have very good distance control, compression, consistency. Like Scotty Scheffler has amazing wrist angles in his golf swing. And so what I mean by that is, I've done videos talking about the grip and the arms and hands, so I'm not going to get too much into that. But a couple things. It is important to make sure that the grip is underneath your heel pad and that your pressure's from underneath. That way, you want to make sure that you can create a full wrist hinge. Okay, and even a longer thumb position, full wrist hinge. Trail hand, I like an overlapping grip, but you can do interlocking or 10 finger. But with the trail hand, you want to make sure that you're kind of covering your left thumb with your right thumb pad, and it's going across, and you have kind of a trigger down there, and that's where the pressure is. And again, you want to be able to fully hinge this wrist, okay? So looking at wrist angles, as you're taking it into your backswing, say you get up to the top, so it's good to check to make sure you're either your wrist is flat or bowed a little bit is okay. You do not want it cupped. So that would be a cupped wrist angle. That opens the face. That's a distance killer. You can't hit it anywhere from this position. So you want to make sure, and the cool thing that if the lead arm is on top of the chest and straight, and I grip it from here, you can see my wrist is pretty flat. And then as long as my arm just rotates with my body, you can see the hand stays flat, and when it hinges, it helps it stay flat as well. And so it's okay to be flat or a little bowed at the top, and you also want to make sure that your wrist is fully hinged, okay? So that gives you maximum speed and power in that position. If it's flat or slightly bowed and has some hinge in it, that is what you want. That is the golden recipe. Now in the backswing for the trail hand, since the lead hand is flat, the trail hand is actually going to have what would be considered a cup in it. And that's what you want with your trail hand. You would just never want the opposite, where your trail hand is flat and your lead hand is cupped. You want this look. You want lead hand flat or bowed and trail hand kind of cocked back, or however you want to call it, hinged back. And there's an immense amount of angle. Some people say that the more angle that you create in your trail hand wrist through, in your backswing and as you're coming down, the further that you'll hit it. And so that's a really cool, powerful position. But again, at the top of the backswing, you want the lead hand flat or slightly bowed, and the trail wrist is cocked back or angled back. That's ideal. And then I haven't really thought about this, but I'm going to, it kind of maintains just a little bit as you're coming down. You're letting gravity just bring it down as you're rotating your body. But then on the way through, you can see, on the way through, the trail hand is pretty flat, and then the lead hand, that's the only time the lead hand will be cupped in the golf swing, or the only place it should be cupped in the golf swing is, at impact, it's pretty flat, and then as the arm folds on the way through, that's when you'll get a cup in the lead hand. So again, to start, the lead hand is flat, goes up to the top, it's flat or slightly bowed, it comes down like that, and then folds and cups on the way through. Trail hand is, I would say, if anything, it might have a little angle at address, but overall pretty straight. And then as you're taking it back and hinging, you can see that angle getting maximized there, and then it maintains just a little bit here and then releases, and then it won't have any angle. It'll be pretty flat when you finish. So again, what helps with this is Jumbo Max grips. You can go to jumbomax.com, get yourself some, use code CMRGolf10, CMRGolf10 for 10% off. And hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to like, follow, subscribe.